Welcome everyone to another episode of Geek Vibes Interview brought to you by Geek Vibes Nation. I'm your host, Dom Fisher, and today I have with me a vet in the game, a producer, a director, and sometimes an actor, here today to discuss his new movie, American Pie, Girls Rules, Mike Elliott. How are
Right
you?
on. Right on. Thanks for having me on, Dom.
Yeah, look, you've had a long day today, I assume.
No, I'm lucky. I'm
Yeah,
lucky.
of course. Um, And if you don't know already, American Pie Girls Rules releases October 6th on VOD, digital, and DVD. And also, Netflix coming soon. Mike, you are the director. Can you tell us a little bit about what this movie is about?
Yeah, this movie for people who know of the original American Pie or have seen it or fans of it. They'll probably recognize some of the structure. It's about a group of four friends who really, in their senior year of high school, decide that they're going to sort of mature a little bit and get what they want out of their high school career and out of their lives and see who they are. A lot of that has to do with sexuality, as it often does in high school. The difference between American Pie Girls Rules and the original American Pie is that the leads are all girls in this picture. And they're all girls because we decided that it's the right time for to have for girls to be the leads in the picture. And we made some distinct separations from the other movies. We kept the character of Stifler. We changed her a little bit.
Gotta keep Stifler.
The we had it's the first American Pie that has a black lead, the first with all females. We got rid of Mr. Eugene Levy, not because we didn't like him. We just wanted to portray the parents in a slightly different way in this picture, and we wanted it to be modern and relevant and something that everyone can watch and enjoy. It's not, there's nothing preachy about it. It's just a little different, and I'm super happy to have gotten the chance to direct this version of it.
Yeah, and as I'm going through your catalog, I saw that you had produced on Book of Love and what was the other one? Bandcamp. So, how does it feel to kind of put your stamp as a director in this series?
It feels great. I couldn't really have picked a movie I would more like to direct than this one. A little bit of history to it is it wasn't originally a girls movie. It was more like the other American Pie movies. It was going to be a senior trip movie. We started developing it back in 2014, and over the course of the development process, we just kind of had to admit to ourselves that we were on the wrong path and that we needed to do something different. So we abandoned that idea and switched to this girls-centric movie. And it looks probably a slightly weird that it has a lot of men still in jobs on the picture, but there were a whole bunch of girls who helped to write the script, and they just didn't get credit under the Writers Guild rules. But two guys did, so it looks like guys wrote it, but that's not really the case. A lot of the ideas came from women in a collaboration with a whole bunch of women, and they're all thanked in the end credits. They're just not on the picture. But we realized that we had the opportunity and the chance, and really the we didn't really have a choice, is what I'm saying, for a lot of reasons, but mostly because it's the right movie at the right time, we think.
Yeah, and I got a chance to screen it, and it's a very fun movie, and it falls perfectly in line with the series. And I think kind of supersede some of the other ones. And so, with the tradition of American Pie movies being uh, kind of, in the raunchy realm, and with this one being kind of a women power, how was it difficult to kind of merge those two without like crossing a certain line?
Yeah, there was some raunchier scenes in the script that came, some went. Some of the raunchiest of the ideas came from the women, and I won't even say them. I was just like turning red in the room listening to some of these ideas, things I had never even dreamt of hearing of. Um, but it actually ended up that the like the other American Pie movies, it's really about um, innocence and finding yourself and exploring sexuality. Um, and the raunchiness is just kind of a byproduct, but it just didn't seem like, it wasn't quite fitting in the same way that it did in some of the others. So it's a little more innocent, but there's lots of physical comedy still, and you know, the it doesn't have really much nudity in it either,
Right.
and it just really didn't fit. I mean, I don't know if, what did you think about that?
Yeah, I feel like it was perfect. You didn't. I feel like none of it needed it, and it doesn't take away from any of the raunchiness that you're used to, and it doesn't cross any boundaries. It doesn't. It was like a perfect. The way you did it was perfect, and that you really wouldn't have to change anything. And it's still dirty, funny, and with a lot of the dialogue, is very much right now because teenagers are a lot more advanced now because of the internet than we are. So the way they speak is a lot different. The way they interact is a lot different.
So true, so true. Yeah. Well, I hope they like it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will. And I feel like as someone who's seen all of them, it's one of those. It's one of those. It's like the new generation's Porky's. You have, but this one's longer. This series is longer, and it's one of those ones that you're always going to go back to and watch because it's the title that you grew up watching. So you got to check out the next installment. Um, and I noticed that like you said, that it's very female driven, but it's also a diverse group of ladies, which is very realistic to how friend groups are. Was that on purpose?
Yeah, absolutely, it was. Absolutely. I mean, this it wasn't a it wasn't it's not diverse because there's some financial value in it. It's just diverse because we want the audience to look like the people in the movie. It's it's just simple. I mean, it's so weird because it's like I I mean, I'm sorry if I'm just like
Oh no.
chattering now, but you you watch a TV show and it just seems weird to me when it's everyone in it is white. It's like just
Right.
weird. And even as like I was watching last night for a couple minutes that show that I like quite a bit called What We Do in the Shadows. Have you seen that show?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And when I was thinking, I was like, why is everyone in the show white? Like, there's no, that everyone on the show, there's like no reason whatsoever. Um, you know. Anyway, so I personally don't want to make shows where it doesn't have a high level of diversity, and a lot of our business is in the diverse business. I'm on the set right now of season 2 of Bigger, which is for BET Plus, and we're working hard to improve that show and make it fun and funny and good. And it just kind of is the way it has to be because it's just getting weird.
Right, right. So lastly, Is there any underlying message or a certain portrayal that you wanted to give to the people with this movie?
Oh, it's very subtle, but it's that friendship has real power, and especially your female friends can support each other, and also you should be free to experience your sexuality your own way, and not to hide it or be ashamed of it. But mostly it's a movie, it's a comedy about friendship and sexy romping. It's not so much a message movie.
Yeah, and everything you said rings true. I enjoyed the movie. I mean, there's nothing you can really find wrong with it. I mean, sure, someone's gonna complain because that's what people do, but I enjoyed it. And to wrap it all up, where can people find you on social media if you're on social media?
I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram as Mike Elliott 2000, and also Twitter, Mike Elliott 2000, I think. Follow me, and I'll start posting more stuff.
So yeah, everyone go check out American Pie, Girls Rules, October 6th, digital DVD, video on demand. And lastly, I just wanted to mention that I really enjoyed, I saw that you have Three from Hell and Devil's Rejects and 31 on your catalog. I love those movies. I'm a big horror fan, so I
Thank you.
appreciate your work on there. And,
Thank you very much.
yeah, and it was good talking to you. Hope everyone enjoys the movie. And whenever you got something else coming out, so we'll keep in contact. Michaela or Britt, somebody, you, me, we'll find something to connect.
I've got your phone number there, the 929 number. But you can email me. I'll give you my email address anytime, or they'll give it to you offline, and then you can email me.
Yeah, this is Michaela. I'll give you his contact information.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dom.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, Dom.
See you, man.
Thank you.